Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Darnock with TGN. This is the last cast in this best of 3 series. It's the last game. It's tied 1-1. The map's going to be Tal de Rim Altar. Adel says strong SCV. Okay, whatever. The SCVs didn't seem that strong. You destroyed all of them in the blink of an eye, but whatever you want to say, man. He's going to be in the lower right of the map. In the upper right, we do have Happy as the yellow Terran player. He's not going to be too happy after that last game, though. Didn't go too well for him. Did not go too well at all, so he's really going to be worried. He says, well, I won the first game, didn't win the second game. Things seem to be going pretty well for him in the second game, so that's probably tilted him even more when he said, you know what, I think I'm actually doing pretty good. And then Adel Scott just ground him beneath the heel of his iron boot. So Happy's going to try and switch it up a little bit. You can be sure this game to pull out the victory. Tal de Rim Altar, very, very big map. Very likely we'll see a macro game. But sometimes players do like to cheese on this map because it's usually so unexpected as the rush distances are long. Sometimes players just say, you know what, maybe you won't expect it and maybe they'll get a free win. And if either player is likely to do it, I would say that would be Adel Scott's line of work, as he is a Protoss player. He can warp in, so those long distances are going to be less meaningful to him. Whereas if Happy were to go for a lot of barracks, he would have to run his units all the way across this map, which is a pretty long distance, as again, this is the biggest map on the ladder right now. I think it's the second biggest map used in tournament play. I think Terminus Re is bigger. I'm pretty sure Terminus Re is bigger. I'm not quite certain. It's freaking huge, though. That's what you need to know, ladies and gentlemen. It is absolutely massive. But on the other hand, usually pro players don't like cheesing very much, especially in matches that are so important, such as this. Again, the winner of this, I believe, moves on to the finals. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I think is going on. I think this is a semi-final game. Happy's SCV scouts Adel Scott immediately. Meanwhile, Adel Scott just now sending out his scout, but that's going to go in the correct direction. So both players are going to scout each other's right away. They're using their map hacks, so they know where each other are. Why they're scouting while they have their map hacks, I don't know, but there you have it. Happy, again, very rudely stealing a mineral from Adel's line over there. How rude. That SCV is a thief. It's going back, though. It might return it. We'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it's a nice SCV. And, ooh, Adel is going to be denied with that scout. Now, he is letting himself build up a lot of minerals. He is still on 1 gas, though, so this is an interesting moment. We're waiting to see what is he going to do. He's not going to reveal it until his SCV goes away, though. So possibly he's just waiting until the SCV goes away. But it is looking like a 4-gate just a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. He hasn't taken the second gas yet. He does have a second gateway on the way, and it was going to be a 4-gate or a 1-gate Nexus. And I think we're going to be seeing a 4-gate here. There is the second gateway. We just need one more. Adel Scott, are you going to do it? Are you going to do it, Adel Scott? He's about to get 150 minerals. It could be a 3-gate expand, but it would be pretty... It'd be a really weird 3-gate expand with no second gas. But it's also going to be a really weird 4-gate with only 3 gateways. So I don't know. We'll check back in a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. Adel Scott is throwing me for a loop. Meanwhile, Happy doing his 1-1-1 build once again. Factory, barracks, starport. It's all there. Going to be flying his factory over here to wall off at his natural, as our Protoss player is doing a little bit of light harass with this one Stalker. That Hellion going to be able to outrun it, but not before going in the orange. And yeah, there it is. Adel just going for a really weird, nonsensical 3-gate expand. I actually can't endorse this at all. But you know what? Maybe he knows something I don't. Maybe he's years ahead of us in the metagame, and he's from the future and has come back in time to win all the tournaments with his newfound knowledge. But I think he's just being weird. I think he's an oddball right now. And look at this. Happy going for cloaked Banshees. And this could get nasty for Adel Scott, as the Banshees are going to be cloaked. So he's not going to be able to detect them. He does have a robotics facility again. Wow, great timing. Whenever Happy decides to open with a Banshee, Adel Scott knows that in his head, and then he just decides to drop down a robotics facility immediately. But Adel Scott's going to be pretty gas-starved, as he is still on just the 1 gas, ladies and gentlemen, building a 4th gateway. Is he going for some... I don't know what Adel's doing. I don't know. Why am I commentating this game? Well, because normally I know what people are doing, but this time Adel is just throwing me for a loop. This is just such a strange opening. I've never seen a Protoss player go this gaslight. We're 7 minutes into the game, and he's still on a single gas, even though he has an expansion, a robotics facility, and 4 gateways. He just says, you know what? Those things are for chumps. Now, this Banshee is going to have a lot of time to do a lot of damage. Cloak is just finishing. It's about to get to the main base of Happy. He has not started an Observer yet, so he is going to have a long, long time, 40 in-game seconds of absolute probe-killing bliss. The Observer just now starts. How much damage will Happy be able to do? At the same time, though, we see Adel is pressuring the main base of Happy. Happy doesn't have a whole lot going on over here. He just has some SCVs protecting that factory. Good bunker placement right there. Looks like Happy's going to be okay on the home front, and look at this. 5 kills, 6 kills on that Banshee, continuing to chase those probes around. This Observer just going to pop out, but there's nothing here to kill this Banshee. There's only one Stalker, and the Banshee does win one-on-one with the Stalker. Oh, a second Stalker coming in from the bottom, though. That Banshee going to be forced to run away, but 9 kills is not very shabby at all. It was going to have to back out soon regardless, because it did need that Cloak. Uh-oh, a Banshee going to get caught in the middle of the map. It's going to go down. Cloak, Cloak, Cloak. There's the Cloak. Very, very good from Happy over there. He's going to have to Cloak. He's going to go for the natural. It looks like only one Observer out for Adel Scott. Hasn't even started a second one, so he's going to be very spread out. Happy going to get away with his first Banshee. These Stalkers are very, very much out of position as Happy is coming over here to the natural. This Banshee up to 1 kill. It's very, very fragile right now, though. I want to take a look at the Harvesters. We see it's very equal. 26 SCVs to 27 probes. I'm not quite sure why I entered auctioneer talking right there, as it's not a super intense moment, but it's the most intense moment of the game so far. The Adel Scott again, or excuse me, Happy again has not started his second command center, as Adel Scott has been just putting on so much pressure over there as natural, and that could hurt Happy very, very much. He's going for the combat shield upgrade. Has not researched Stim yet, I don't think. He has researched Stim. Excuse me, I am a terrible liar. So he's researching combat shields right now, but again, I'm not quite sure what Happy's game plan is, as he's just showing no sign of expanding. He has his main base nice and saturated. Where is he? He's just all-inning. Is he? This has to be a misclick. He's either all-inning or this is a misclick. He's all-inning again. Wow. Okay, Happy apparently is Korean and is going to be going for these one-base SCV all-ins. This one could deal a serious amount of damage, as Adel has has one sentry that has a couple force fields in it, or should by the time the Terran army gets here. And he has some Stalkers in the back, so this all-in might actually work. Especially because it does have these 2 Banshees. Banshees completely, like, exponentially increase the efficiency of all-ins. Banshees are so good when mixed into normal groups like this. Look at that pylon going down, instantly unpowering this gateway. Adel's falling back. Adel might have to give up this Nexus. I think he might want to do that. Force field going down, doing absolutely nothing, as the SCVs are just going for it. Probe's getting pulled off the line. Happy knows all he has to do is defend this, and he will win the entire game. It's looking very, very close right now, as Stim and combat shields are doing so much damage. Both of these Banshees are completely untouched, and there is the GG from Adel Scott. Happy going to win this 2-1, excuse me, not 2-0. And again, like I said, some players like to buck the system and buck the standards, and he did go for an all-in on a map where we don't see a whole lot of them, and it did catch Adel Scott off guard. So thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I've been Darnock with TGN. I'm going to go cast another game, because I cannot stop. I will not stop. This is what I do. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to the StarCraft 2 show if you just want StarCraft 2 news. Or not news, but casts. You can do that by clicking the link StarCraft 2 in the title of this video, and click subscribe on the show page. Go to the comments, leave me a heart, less than 3, and I will reply to you with a heart, and we can all love each other. I have been Darnock. See you guys later.